Y'all, welcome back to the channel. Okay, it's been a second. It has been one crazy 2025. I know for me, there's been ups and downs, and I'm sick and tired of whatever happened this year. However, some good things did happen. So I decided I'm going to make a 2025 Wrapped for my year, and we're going to talk about all the good things and not the bad things because we don't want to focus on that. And we're going to focus on positivity into the next year. So welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got this beautiful slideshow for you, and yes, I have to hold it awkwardly because you need to get it in the shot. However, I have a cup of hot chocolate, and I suggest you guys get tea, hot chocolate, juice, whatever you want. Get your Starbucks, I don't care. Get something fun to drink, and a snack. I have caramel corn, and let's get into my 2025 wrap. All right, so to start off strong, this is a list of things I thought I'd talk about. There's many different things, and I realized that, right now it's backwards. Hopefully in post, it's not. A little bit about me. Welcome. My name is Lise, as the channel says. I used to be the Wacademics, but that will probably change because it's just me. It's just my channel. But for a class assignment, it was indeed the Wacademics, but I'm refurbishing or whatever my whole channel to be just for funs and do some cool content, and hopefully you guys are super into it. But I'm also a writer, I'm a creator, I'm a college student, and yeah, that's really all there is about me. Okay, that's all you gotta know for now. To start off my 2025, I celebrated my 21st birthday with some of my best friends. I went to a 18 plus drag brunch, which was actually phenomenal. My mom paid for it. It was the best gift she could have given me. I had so much fun. I went with some of my all-time best friends, and then we went to Rochester's Museum of Play because I'd never been, and some of my friends grew up in that area, and they were like, "You've never been to the Museum of Play?" And I was like, "No." So we went, and it was fantastic, and we had so much fun. We changed the angle so you could see it better. Yeah. But anyways, I celebrated my 21st. It was awesome. I had a great time. It was a great birthday. And a quote that kind of wraps it all up is, "It's an Italian divorce, Devon, 2025. And yes, there will be these quotes sprinkled in with no explanation from my 2025 quote list that my friends have said. Then I got 3 tattoos this year. Technically, I think the first 2 I got, which is that dragonfly matching with my mom, and then the star on my wrist, I think the end of 2024, but the healing process was 2025, so we're going to count it. So I got those 2 tattoos with my mom, and then I got a other tattoo, which has a writer on my upper arm, all by the same artist, and I absolutely loved her, and it was great. And I love having tattoos, and I just hope I can get more into 2026. Another quote is that boy is going to grow up to be gay. Anonymous. 2025. I had an internship opportunity in the spring of 2025, which was super cool. I was a managing editor of our campus's local literary magazine. I basically was the social media intern. I did all things for Instagram and basically was there for any of the current editors because it is a class you can take. And I was an editor the year before, and then I returned as managing editor as an internship position because my professor asked me back, and it was super fun, and I had a great time. A funny thing was a few of me and the other interns, myself and a few other interns, spent multiple hours working on the final product, which you see here. We made an Unbound version, which was multiple short chapbooks held together by a kind of banner that we made with multiple tarot cards that were also designed by students. And after spending a few hours cutting out stickers and putting these together in that whole process, an anonymous intern, I won't name their name, said, "Psychosis can't catch me." And that was so real. And I respected it because that's how I felt. Some for funs that I did this year was I went to my first NHL game. It was a Sabres versus Canes with my friend Liv, which was super fun. And I tried Satan pizza for the first time. It wasn't bad. I will say I've had better, but it wasn't bad. Then I got super into crocheting for about a week. I made those 2 frogs right there. They're best friends, basically Frog and Toad. I made a cat that turned out super flat, so I call him Pancake Cat. And then I made a really caked up dinosaur, which I will not put in here, but I didn't mean to make him caked up. It just happened. So we ignore it. And then I got super into Stardew Valley, and I have almost 100 hours on multiple devices, I think over that at this point. And that was my first world and my cute little house, how it started out, and I married Leah. I know you were all wondering who I was interested in marrying, and it was Leah. In my new world, I'm currently courting Sam. I think we are to be married in a day or two. Then over the summer, I went back to the job I had the summer before, which is this after-school program basically, but I work, but it's a summer day camp, but it's connected to an after-school program, and it's super fun. I swear I'm not a clown. Yes, I am wearing a clown outfit in that photo, but I absolutely loved it so much, and I got the opportunity to hold snakes, and it was super cool. If it snows on May 9th, I'm dropping out. Senior capstone class. Then I bought my first car. Super cool. Her name is Tina. Yes, after Bob's Burgers. Tina Belcher, one of my favorite shows of all time. Definitely you should talk to me about it. It was super fun. With the help of my mom, we were able to find this car. It took forever in the process. We just we're really trying to find a good car that would last me. And I love Tina. She's fantastic. And that was the day I drove her out of the lot. It was super. I started my senior year with some of my best friends, which was super fun and super cool. It has been a lot of ups and downs, but I have officially finished my writing major, and I'm just finishing up my minor and the total credits I need to graduate. But we are spending all the time we can together. We went to a drag show with my friend, and then we went out on Halloween. We did a lot of really fun stuff this year that we haven't done in the past, so I was really proud of us for doing that. I've been in bowling luxury. AJ? I came for the coffee, I'll stay for the makeup. Matt. And let's have a lukewarm Christmas, my professor. With that, we went in towards the end of the year and the holidays, but I am trying some new things as the year comes to an end, and I'm really excited to be doing that. I started playing Monsters of the Week with a group of my friends. This picture is us during our last campaign at the end of the semester. It's basically like D&D, just has some different rules and different types of archetypes and all that. I made it to season 4 of my podcast with my beautiful co-host Shelby, who's also our DM for Monster of the Week. We had a great end of the season. It is our show Peculiar Happenings, and we talk about Stranger Things and other fun stuff that we like, other media we like, and we had a great time. And fun fact, after next semester, before we graduate, we will hit our 5th season, which means we will have the same amount of seasons that Stranger Things does, and we think that's super cool. I also became an assistant for our campus radio station, so I was the WDVL, the Inferno assistant. It was super fun. I got to do a lot of mixing of music and all kinds of stuff and met some really cool people. My top 2025 interests, generalized, are Smosh. I discovered Smosh this year and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's what kind of inspired me to make videos, but I obviously haven't necessarily done that, but I hope I can take that want and that desire to create into my future career and hope that I can keep doing that. Blind boxes. Yes, I got really into blind boxes, and yes, I also have a Labubu. My friend gave it to me as a gift, actually. But I got super into Peach Riots, Smiskies, and all that, and I am a consumer at heart, apparently. New shows, Adults and Abbott Elementary. I binged so many sitcoms this year. I absolutely love sitcom format shows. So I got super into Bob's Burgers. I got super into Adults and Abbott Elementary. They're all super peak, and I loved it. I also watched Bridgerton for the first time this year. Actually, banger of a show. Pun intended. Anyways, and then Stranger Things, of course, because with the final season and after about a decade and being a fan since the beginning, my hyperfixation has never been at any higher. It is an all-time high, and I'm here for it, and I never want it to end. I love Stranger Things, and I'm super excited to be watching the final with some of my best friends in theaters. For the future, because of course you cannot have a 2025 wrapped without future goals. Some small things I want to work on this year is I want to get my hair done. I want to cut it. It's way outgrown. I want to get more tattoos. I want to get some new clothes that feel more gender affirming for me. I want to get back into crafting, like crocheting. I want to use some clay and get into some fun stuff, painting, all that jazz, get back into it. But some bigger goals for the year and just the future in general is making more content on my channel, which is why I decided to make this video. Finishing up and continuing to work on my 3rd draft of my novel. Yes, I am writing a book. I can get more into that in another video, but I have had this idea for a while, and it's just been a slow process and learning to write and take my time and just enjoy the process and trust my own intuition and my own ability. I want to go on a trip with my friends after graduation, a few-day trip, whether we go to Salem, Massachusetts, or we go to Florida, because I've never been, whatever it might be, I just want to be with my friends, and I want to have a really fun trip. I want to find a full-time job after I graduate, and if not, I'll go back to the after-school job I've been working for a while, but I'd really like to find a full-time job that combines my love for writing and my degree, and also just, creative management type stuff. I love doing it. I love working with people, and I just want to make content, so hopefully that can be part of my future one day. And then I want to move into my own home, my own apartment. We'll see how that goes. And it is only if money permits because stuff's expensive. And then I want to start off paying my loans. That's a really big thing going out of college, and I'd like to start getting that process on the way. For 2026, overall, I want better mental health. I want more time with my friends, and I want to work on my career and my goals. So I'm hoping that is something I can do. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed my 2025 Wrapped. I know it might have been a little dull to some, but I feel like it was a good way for me to finish up this year, especially because I want to make content on this channel again, and I have been seeing so many different apps, not just Spotify, doing a 2025 Wrapped, and I thought it would be fun to do my own spin on it, talk about some good things that happened this year, because I know mental health can be so hard. I definitely struggled again this year more than I have in a while, and I've had some new things come up that have been really difficult, and I just want everyone to know you're not alone. And it's honestly the best thing we can do going into 2026 and into a new year, whenever an old year's ending and a new year's beginning, is to look at things positively. Look back at the things that we've done and enjoy them all. I've done some great things. Like, I bought a car. That's something I never thought I was going to be able to do. Yes, I had to take out a loan to do it, but honestly, I'm better for it and I'm more responsible for it. So I think we all just have to think positively and look back at our year and just enjoy the things we see. And I know politically there's been a lot going on in our world, and sometimes things feel bleak, but I've always been a person that tries to tell people to think positive, and sometimes I don't do that myself. So that's what this whole video is about. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that maybe this helps you reflect on your year. Maybe journal about it. That's how I started this, and then I thought, I can make a video out of this. So whatever you do, just look back at your year, and I hope that you have a fantastic new year and a happy holiday. But thanks for watching. Bye!